Yeah, welcome back to another episode of the Format Podcast live. Saturday night edition. So what we're going to do here, we're going to wait a few minutes. We got my main man G coming in. As you can see, we got my main man Transformer here too. And so we'll wait a couple minutes, let that get going, let a couple people hop into the chat, and then we'll get this thing up and rolling. But yeah, good day so far. And college football is back. If you're a college football fan, I know you're happy about that. Well, some of us are happy about that. I am.
Hey, I'm happy.
Yeah.
Irregardless, I'm happy. Okay,
That's what's up.
Disappointed is a different thing.
Facts. Oh man, but yeah, we'll give it a couple minutes, man. But definitely some interesting things going on in the world of sports. Got four what I believe to be pretty interesting topics to talk about with my guys, and hopefully share these thoughts with you all, and hopefully you'll enjoy it as well. Yeah, looking forward to it. And of course, before we even get started there, we got some quick hits, things that are worth touching on, but not worth an entire segment. So it's going to be a good show tonight. But before we even get to all those, what time it is. If you're here on YouTube and you haven't already, please make sure you go ahead, click that like, that subscribe, that notification bell. Make sure you're kept up to date whenever we drop new content on the channel. If you want the audio only version of the podcast, open up your audio podcast platform, hit the search bar, type in The Format Podcast, and we should come right up. If you're enjoying the content, make sure you give us that like, that 5-star review, and drop a comment. All that stuff helps us rise in the algorithm, helps us find more sports fans, helps more sports fans find us. And finally, make sure you write it down, put it in your phone, set an alarm, do whatever you got to do to remember. Saturday nights at 7 p.m. we are live here on the Format Podcast, and we'll give you the opportunity to call in, talk to us, get at me. I love it. I can't wait. Man, oh man. So first thing, what is that? What's that smell, bro? You smell that? That smells like football in the air, Transformer.
Okay, I thought you was being funny.
I wasn't being funny. It's football.
I thought you was being funny. Okay, I smell that too.
College football is back, and we got what is this? The final?
That one.
The final week of preseason
Yes,
in
sir.
the NFL.
Yes, sir.
What's going on? It's not that serious. Steve, what's good? But yeah, I love it, man. College football is back. This is such a beautiful thing, man. It does something to me, man, because I'm a weird dude, right? And I'll say this, I'm sure I've said it before. I live in Florida, right? And I hate summertime. And I hate summertime, which is crazy, right? I hate summer, and I always have, because in most years during the summer, all you have to watch is baseball. And I'm not a baseball guy. And so I'm going crazy waiting for football to come back, right? Think about it. College football is like the longest off season. And then, of course, you're waiting for the NFL. But now the wait is all over, and we're ready to rock and roll again.
Every week we're going to get some pig skin on the field.
Man, listen.
Oh, man.
Listen, bro. It feels so good. It feels so good. It feels so good. All right, so let's do this, man. First thing I want to say, everybody who's here, I appreciate you. Make sure you go over to the YouTube page, click that like and that subscribe if you haven't already. Definitely click that like. Let's get this thing out to more people. We do this every time, man. Click that like. It costs you nothing. It's free. And what do we want to do? We want a more active and more engaged freaking chat section, right? And when you click that button, we get that. More people come in, and I love how you guys are chopping it up in the chat while we're talking sometimes, and just
go and hit the like button. Oh, I already clicked on another video.
Oh, look at you, man. You're supposed to be clicking the like button.
Hit the like button, guys.
Click the like button. It's all free.
Hit that right there.
All right. Okay. So let's go ahead, and we will switch to the next topic. So again, it's football time, y'all. So y'all are gonna see just more and more football topics. We're gonna be inundated with them. We love football here on the Format Podcast. We love basketball too. We love sports, but it's football time. So the next topic we are going to do, and this is something I've been thinking about since our last episode, where we discussed Peyton Manning talking about his top 5 quarterbacks playing in the league right now. So that led me to thinking about who I believe are the top 5 greatest quarterbacks of all time. And you probably could tell who I think they are just by looking at the thumbnail. But we're talking about all time, Steve. So this is the topic now. Top 5 QBs all time. Because remember last time we talked about Peyton Manning's top 5 current QBs. So what we're gonna do is who wants to start? Who wants to start with their top 5 QBs? And we'll discuss this out. Then we'll open up the phone lines for our callers.
I guess I'm starting.
I don't think he was on when he did the top 5, right?
Maybe not.
I don't think you were there.
Okay. All right.
So if you're ready, I mean, you can go ahead and start off. If not, mine is very simple.
Go ahead. You go.
I know you're going to do something ridiculous, Transformer.
It's not going to be ridiculous.
You're going to do something you should not do, and I already see it coming.
For the top. Okay, listen. All right, well, we can't start off the conversation without putting Brady at the top. I mean, that's
okay. Fair enough. All right, that's fine.
Just going to put Brady in the top. All right.
Okay.
In no specific order after that. We get Tom Brady.
Before you do that, why is it Tom Brady?
Why is it Tom Brady? I mean, for what you're seeing on the B roll right here. You know what I mean? The Atlanta comeback from 7-time Super Bowl champ, from doing it on multiple teams, coming into Tampa, doing what he did in Tampa. Mm-hmm. I mean, I got nothing. I used to try to make an argument against it, but
every major quarterback stat being at the top of the list.
I mean, you checked all the boxes when it came to like, what can you do to be the best that the game has ever seen? Mm-hmm. You have the numbers. I got the Super Bowls. Mm-hmm. I had the woman, but you know what I mean? So it's like I had it all. You know what I mean? So I was the greatest that you've ever seen. So I don't think it's no question. I mean, Mahomes he's on pace to be that. I think he has a very good shot of being that, especially if he stays with Andy Reid and that system and the things that Mahomes can do with the football, extended plays, be that guy who can literally put the team on your back in the fourth quarter in a Super Bowl game and have that game-winning drive. So definitely Mahomes. You can't have a conversation without Joe Montana and what he did in San Fran and them 4 Super Bowls. Peyton Manning. I mean, Peyton Manning was probably one of the greatest quarterbacks. He would have had a higher stake, in my opinion, if he just didn't keep running in the time. You ran
wait. You got Mahomes already in the top 5?
Oh yeah, I got Mahomes in the top 5.
Okay. I'm
no question.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, 3 Super Bowls already. What he has, 2, 3 MVPs.
He got like 2 MVPs and 3 Super Bowl MVPs. Yep.
2 MVPs, 3 Super Bowl MVPs.
He's on the
yards say it. He's done that all in 6 seasons.
Yeah.
People forget that. He's done that all in 6 seasons. Like he's had a career than for people that's played.
He's had a Hall of Fame career already. Yeah.
So I mean, I can't leave him out of it. And he has an opportunity to three-peat. He three-peats and it's automatic. But Peyton Manning, like I said, that's gonna be my 4th guy that's gonna be in there. And my last one, the 5th one to me is interchangeable because I went back and forth with it a little bit, but I'm gonna go with my guy Aaron Rodgers.
I knew you'd see that was the ridiculous. I knew you. I had
honorable mention Brett Favre. I thought about Dan Marino and things like that, but I think when you look at it side by side, what are the differences that you can say between those guys? I mean, all 1 Super Bowl except Dan Marino. Aaron Rodgers got 1 Super Bowl. Brett has 1 Super Bowl. Both of them are multi-time MVPs. I think Aaron Rodgers has them by 1. But if you got all of those things the same, what can we differentiate between the two? I got to look at the numbers. Look at the numbers.
Okay, that's cool. The reason I differentiate Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers, people give Aaron Rodgers the nod because Aaron Rodgers didn't throw the picks like Brett Favre did, right? And okay, I get it. But Brett Favre, they played about the same amount of time. Brett Favre had more come from behind wins, right? Aaron Rodgers, when he believes the game is out of reach, he kind of shuts down. I don't know if it's to protect his numbers or what, but so Brett Favre had more come from behind wins. Yeah, he threw more picks, but when he retired, he had all the numbers. And Aaron Rodgers is never going to have all the numbers, even though a lot of people put him ahead of Favre. It's kind of weird for me, but I personally put Brett Favre ahead of Aaron Rodgers, and that's not to disrespect Aaron Rodgers. If you have him ahead of Favre, that's okay. Not mad.
Like I said, I mean, it was close, but like I said, I mean, those numbers have to matter, right?
They do.
I mean, touchdown to interception ratio. I mean, Brett Favre has them by 200 interceptions. That's a lot of picks, bro. That's a lot of picks. I mean, if you look at it from that perspective, I got the numbers right here. We got
Is
508.
this Brett Favre we talking about?
Brett Favre, yeah.
Don't even do it, G. We talk about between the lines, bro.
Hey, if you want to talk about off the field, hey, Aaron Rodgers not in my top 5. Aaron not even in my top 5. I'll take him out.
Is crazy, man.
I knew it. I was going.
The perk 50s, the ding-a-ling picks, and the
whoa, keep it PG. I was trying to keep it PG.
PG, my bad.
Stealing money from the poor. Not good. But no,
the robbery.
The food stamp queen. That's what they
allegedly stealing money from the poor.
Allegedly, the food stamp queen. Yeah, the crazy work.
Yeah, I don't got no to get sued. He sued Shannon Sharp for that. I don't got what Shannon Sharp got.
Yeah, man. Listen, ain't no need to get. Hey, if you stealing food stamps, you'll sue everybody. So,
if you stealing food, if you're allegedly stealing food stamps, how you got money from a lawyer? That's what I want to know. I'm just saying, like, I don't know. Where you get lawyer money if you allegedly stealing food stamps? I don't understand.
Man, that was crazy. He bought like a tennis facility or something with food stamps.
All right, guys, top five. Top five. Got to wheel y'all in real quick. Jesus Christ.
See, this is what happens when we let G come on the show, man.
Man, I'm always here, bro. Everybody know who it is, man.
So, G, your top 5, sir. Starting with Tom Brady. Go ahead.
All right, everybody got Tom Brady in their top 5.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't
You're
gonna do
dummy if you don't.
Order. What I will say is it was blatant disrespect not to involve any of the dual threat quarterbacks in y'all top 5. I think that was
which one?
Nope.
I mean, Aaron Rodgers dual threat.
Who you talking about? Who you said?
Joe and Aaron Rodgers. They were dual threat.
And he also had Transformer Mahomes in there. Transformer Mahomes. He's a dual threat.
Mahomes is not a dual threat anymore.
He literally just led the Super Bowl in rushing yards.
Broke his knee too. Like, anyway, so here's my top 5. Hey, come on, bro. That's what we doing.
Go ahead with your top 5, brother.
Man, everybody know that this Super Bowl was a Taylor Swift Super Bowl, bro. Come on now. Like, we already know this. This was the American Dream Super Bowl. This was to bring the
Which one?
This past one, yes.
Nah.
This was more of a Taylor Swift concert than it was a Super
Bowl. That's the case. Taylor Swift should have won MVP. That's dual threat. That's dual threat. That's a dual threat.
Look at that dual threat. I mean, tackles, no tackles. All right, now we're gonna slide. That's not dual threat, bro.
He's protecting himself.
What?
You just saying he can run. That's part of being a quarterback.
Look at that. Look at
that statue. Look at that statue.
Breaking no ankles, ain't breaking no tackles. None of that, bro.
Game winning
touchdown. Right now, saying that he's not dual threat.
Bootleg, bro. It was a bootleg.
All right, go ahead, though. Go ahead, man.
But I see y'all. If that's your representation of a dual threat quarterback, then you must don't know who Vic was. Right, you must don't know who Lamar is.
He's in top 5 all time.
He's definitely in my top 5.
Top 5 Madden quarterbacks of all time. Yes,
that's absurd, man. I don't know where you getting this stuff, bro.
Second to Brady. You just said this. Like, what is the differentiator between Dan Marino and a John Elway or Joe Montana? Right, they all can throw the ball in the pocket. Yes or no?
Wait.
Hold on. Yes or no? They all can throw the ball. They all can throw the ball in the pocket, right?
I'm gonna let you do your thing, and then we're going.
Outside of them throwing the ball in the pocket, you still got to give respect to those that change in the game. Like, no longer can you put 8 in the box because of these running quarterbacks that can throw as well. So you have to have that spot is always gonna have to be there. I'm not saying this is my top 5, bro. This is my top 5. When it's all said and done,
your top 5 is absurd, bro.
It ain't absurd,
Vic
bro.
is clearly in there. Vic is
it's just not mayonnaise. That's all. It's not absurd. It's not absurd.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead. I'm waiting.
So all right. So I got Brady, of course, the great one, and then I got Steve Young. I got Lamar.
That's not terrible.
That's not bad. I like that.
Steve Young is not terrible.
And I got Vic.
You said
Lamar's not.
Lamar?
Kendrick Lamar. Lamar Jackson and Michael Vick. That's
no, he just said Lamar. Kendrick Lamar?
No, Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson.
He's not a top 5 all-time quarterback.
That man can't even win a goddamn playoff game this year,
bro. This is my top 5, bro. How can you say that? This is my top 5.
Your top five
Okay,
ridiculous, man.
your top five, bro. They at least got to be able to do
So when I
something
look
in the
at Lamar
playoffs,
Jackson,
G.
he got it out the mud, shorty. He getting it out the mud.
Okay.
Everybody
Okay.
said he was a running back, and he's a, you know, man, he couldn't throw the ball. He proved everybody wrong, bro. Like he been running without a line for the hold on, you got Colin.
My bad. Hey, who was your fifth?
Wait a minute.
Michael Vick.
I got Vic.
Yeah,
I got Vic,
I got
Lamar,
Vick,
John Brady.
I got Brady, and I got Steve Young.
Steve Young. So
Why
you
am I
only got
missing
4.
And
Vic, Lamar, Brady, Steve Young. Who's your 5th?
Did you say Steve Young?
Yeah.
That's 4.
Mahomes.
Mahomes. Okay.
Mahomes. Got it. Patty.
I put it in the chat earlier, bro. I don't know why y'all acting like I'm gonna change stance, bro. Like
I don't remember seeing it. Real talk.
you don't. Oh yeah, it's
because if I would have saw
there.
Vic, I would have laughed at you.
Yeah,
You
definitely
saw
would have
Vic?
laughed at you.
Man, Vic played the
would've
game.
laughed
Man.
at
He
you.
changed
Not-
the game, and he
Okay,
did time in
quarterbacks that
prison.
changed the game. That's a different conversation. We're
Yes.
talking about the top 5 quarterbacks, all set and
That's in
done.
the 5 best
What
to
is
have
the
ever
all
played.
time.
What is y'all criteria? Top 5 though. Like, what is the criteria?
Okay, you got the
it's-
number. Okay, go
What's
ahead,
the
Bruce.
criteria?
It's your
Because Dan
show.
Marino,
Go,
he ain't win no
Bruce.
goddamn Super Bowl.
Okay, so that's what I was about to say. So, much like with basketball, like I look at it and say, okay, if you're putting somebody up there, it has to be a combination of stats, awards, winning, and effect, right? So when you put all that together, that's why my top 5 is where it is. But go ahead.
You didn't put you didn't tell me what the criteria was. I looked at it overall.
I thought that was
criteria.
And how the league was able to monetize off these players. That's what I look at. Everybody watched Vic.
I don't count that.
Everybody watched Vic, bro.
Nah, I don't count how the league is able
it was
to
a Vic
monetize.
experience. I mean,
you got to do that first though. You got to put the criteria out there. I don't think it's going to change mine. It's not going to change my top 5.
No, that's fine. But I don't believe that has anything to do with winning. Like, nah,
because we haven't seen neither one of them guys win.
I mean, you can pick all the game managers you want. Like, it's about playmakers. I pick playmakers.
Okay.
If you look at the players I put was playmakers. They weren't necessarily stat buffs. It was just all playmakers.
Okay.
Nick funny sometimes. Sometimes he not.
Yeah, sometimes he not for real.
So he
right,
got
G,
the damn dog
else?
killer in his top 5. Got it. Go ahead.
Wow.
Hey, he went at Brett Favre, man. I can't go at Vic, bro.
Touche.
Who you trying to go at, the dog guy? That wasn't his fault, man. That wasn't his fault, bro.
All right.
I'm not gonna lie. That's when I first found out that dog fighting is illegal, by the way. So Vic actually taught me a very good lesson in my young life.
I think it depends on your state too, whether or not it's illegal. I don't think it's illegal everywhere.
Or frowned upon, whatever you want to call it.
Some states 13 is the age of consent. Ask Carl Malone.
Oh,
I saw
Bruce, top 5. Bruce, top 5. Bruce, we're moving on. We gotta bring G.
Right. Yeah, G Wallen. All right, my top 5 is pretty simple. I got Peyton Manning, as you can see. Really, it's the thumbnail. It's Peyton Manning.
Okay.
It's Joe Montana, the GOAT Tom Brady, Dan Marino, and John Elway. Now, here's the thing. As great as Dan Marino was, I think that Pat Mahomes is going to move him out in very short order. And I'm not mad at anybody who has Pat Mahomes over Dan Marino because of the winning, right? I'm not mad at that at all.
So you just think that he needs a little bit more as far as his career to go to pass Dan Marino? So if he was to just not win another Super Bowl, would you say he'll still pass Dan if he still had the numbers?
All right. So the thing is, it's real hard to compare numbers, just like basketball. It's real hard to compare numbers now to numbers then. And the reason that I give Marino so much is because this dude, remember back then when Dan Marino was playing, it was a running back league, right? And Dan Marino was putting up passing numbers then like dudes are putting up now. You know what I'm saying? I believe he was the first player ever to 50,000 passing yards. Coincidentally, John Elway was second. So like these guys were putting up numbers back then that guys are putting up now. And they were putting it up in an era where quarterbacks were getting killed, receivers and tight ends were getting killed, running backs, anybody over the middle was getting killed. So it was a lot harder to be putting up those type of numbers back then, but those guys were doing it. Damn. Okay. But I don't think it's blasphemous I don't think it's disrespectful if you want to say Mahomes is in the top 5 over Dan Marino. Like, I'm cool with that. Joe Montana, the winning, and the fact that he wasn't an elite athlete, the winning, much like Tom Brady, much like Peyton Manning. Now, here's the thing, right? You were talking about, what's his name? Quarterback for the Jets, Aaron Rodgers earlier, right? I say this all the time. Go back and watch John Elway. There is no throw that Aaron Rodgers makes that John Elway couldn't make. John Elway was just as athletic as a lot of he was like one of the best dual threat quarterbacks of his era. And realistically, if he played now, he'd be a problem, right? He was very similar to a Pat Mahomes. Difference is he didn't have that elite offensive minded quarterback early in his coach early in his career. I think he had Dan Reeves early in his career, right? That wasn't like having an Andy Reid, and he didn't have a running game, and he ran into some of the greatest teams of all time, elite defenses, et cetera, going to the Super Bowl back then. But the fact is, as soon as he got a little help, he wins back-to-back and rides off into the sunset. So, yeah, my top 5 is it's going to be Peyton Manning, Joe Montana, Tom Brady, Dan Marino, and John Elway. And again, if not already, Dan Marino is going to be out in very short order for Pat Mahomes. So I'm not.
So we got 3 out of the 5. And you said mine was ridiculous because I have Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, that's what's ridiculous.
Oh, but you got Dan Marino. What's the problem?
Well, I just finished telling you why Dan Marino is up there, because he was doing things literally decades ahead of his time. That's how good that guy was.
Okay, what does that have to do with Aaron Rodgers?
My issue with
Aaron Rodgers does it better. I mean, what are we talking about?
I don't know that I necessarily agree with that, but so
the numbers prove it. What are the numbers and stats and accolades for if we're not going to use them, bro?
No, I get it, but you know and I know that you can't compare numbers from 1985, passing numbers from 1985 to passing numbers in 2024. You know you can't do that.
Okay, but then we got totally have to break it down by eras then, G.
That's fine. I'm cool with that.
If we can't differentiate the game or the rankings from the numbers and the accolades, because I mean,
the accolades you can. And that
I'm looking at John Elway. I'm looking at Elway. He only got 1 MVP to Aaron Rodgers 4 alone. That's 4 times.
Hey, Archie Manning was a beast too, bro. Don't forget that.
He really was.
Even had pads back then.
He really was. Archie Manning was a beast. No bull.
All the Mannings except the one that's a lawyer is good, but
Cooper,
man, all the boys was good.
Yeah, no doubt. But I hear what you're saying. Transformer. It's just really hard to compare those numbers across eras. And if anything, like I said, when you're looking at Dan Marino and what he was able to do back then in the league as it was, as well as what's my man name? John Elway. Like, to me, that's even more impressive. But yeah, those are my 5, bro. Those are my 5. Y'all want to go ahead and open it up, see what anybody else has to say about this?
Pause. Oh my God, I'm not opening nothing up, sir.
Can we open the phone lines up?
Woo, boy.
You know what? I gotta get that shirt that what's his name had, man. Man down Mel. I gotta get the No Diddy shirt.
Y'all want to go ahead and open it up?
Really? That's what we doing.
And maybe we go ahead. Y'all want to go ahead and open it up?
Yo, chill, bro. Oh my gosh. Steve, here you go. Steve, you're definitely right about all those MVPs, and it's respect due to A-Rod for that. I'm just wondering, like, where's the balance with the winning though, right? 4 MVPs, and he didn't even get to a second Super Bowl. Like, that's kind of weird for me. There's been a lot of home playoff games that he's had that he hasn't come through, and so I don't know.
So he has the same amount of wins that John Elway has.
The Super Bowl. Does a Super Bowl?
Elway has 2.
I'm saying, does it elevate a player over a player that hasn't had one? Because it's still a team sport. There's still 10 other players in a lot. Okay.
Say your question again, G.
I said, does a Super Bowl elevate, especially in the sense where when they're a game manager, does that elevate players above other players who may have had the stats and or the playmaking ability, but they didn't get the chip? Does that elevate them over top of it?
I think if you led the team to get there, then it elevates you.
Yeah.
Because to me personally, I don't count Peyton's second Super Bowl. I don't.
Yeah, that was an asterisk, bro.
Yeah, that man literally got carried to that Super Bowl.
It wasn't an
not being
He
asked.
got carried. That boy was
Man,
doing.
come on, dog.
That boy was seeing ghosts
sorry,
out there, boy.
It was
That's
not
just
an
like the
asterisk.
Taylor Swift
but I
Super
get it.
Bowl, bro. Same thing.
What is it with you and Taylor Swift, bro?
What
is
Y'all
this?
like watching the
Travis
same
Kelce,
thing?
not Patrick Mahomes.
What is it with you and
Travis was
Taylor
dating
Swift?
her.
What's going on, man?
What are you asking me?
What do you mean? What am I asking you? Why you keep bringing up Taylor Swift? You jealous of Travis Kelce? You got a thing for Taylor Swift or something?
Have you not done your research?
What are we talking about?
Have you watched the Kansas City game? Where
Of
Taylor
course, I
Swift
watched
was
the
present?
Who didn't watch the
all
Super
right,
Bowl?
so there was more footage of Taylor Swift than it was the Kansas City Chiefs because they sucked last year.
Yeah,
go back and watch. Go back and watch.
I remember I used to,
Go back
I used to
and
get
watch
mad
this.
at that every
No,
time
no, no,
Travis Kelce
Listen,
caught
bro,
the
like,
ball.
come on, man.
I'm looking at Taylor.
Don't come for me, bro.
I want you
to me, bro, because I'm
I
coming
want
at
you
you
to say what you got to say. What are you trying to say? You
I'm
keep
telling
saying
you
it's
that
a Taylor
there
Swift
was-
Super Bowl. I'm asking you, what does that mean?
I'm telling you throughout that season, right?
Yeah.
The NFL monetized Taylor Swift more than they did the Kansas City Chiefs.
What does that have to do with what those guys did between the lines? What
did they actually do? They sucked last year.
They won the Super Bowl.
What are you trying to say? Taylor Swift put pads on and eye black? What are you saying? I don't understand. What are you saying?
I mean, she might as well put it on. We watched more Taylor Swift than we did. Any break, they went directly to Taylor Swift, bro. Like,
what does that have to do with the
when
Chiefs?
the last time
The
you been to a football game?
So Taylor Swift was the reason why Lamar Jackson threw a pick,
Hold on.
fumbled
When
the
was
ball,
the last time
and lost the game against the Kansas City Chiefs?
actual live football game?
Like 2 years ago.
2 years ago. All right.
Yeah.
So has anybody on this panel been to a football game in the last year?
Yeah, me.
Yeah. Anybody else in the chats? All right, I'll wait on them. But what I will say is, anytime a Taylor Swift song come on at the stadium, you will, if you look around, you will see all the women in the freaking
of course
stands
they will,
singing Taylor Swift songs. So
they
when
finally
I say
got
this
something
is
to do
money,
at the game.
Hold on, Transformer. I'm waiting to hear this.
Yeah, when I say this is about money, bro, this is about money. It ain't about money.
I'm not gonna say money won that Super Bowl, bro.
So I'm trying to understand what you're saying. What does that have to do with what the Chiefs did between the lines? Are you saying that Taylor Swift magically influenced the outcome of these games? That's what I want to know from you. Say what you gotta say. Say it with your chest.
If she was dating Lamar Jackson, the Ravens
Lamar Jackson would have threw 3 picks instead.
He'd have won a Super Bowl, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Get out of here.
He would have won a Super Bowl. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Get out of here.
All right, let's do this, y'all. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and open up the phone lines.
Make sure you put it.
Let's open
up, y'all.
Let's open up the phone lines. Let's do that. Baritone style. 904-219-8264. You can call us up at 904.
Talk to him, bro.
Put his secret garden voice on, bro.
Man, go ahead and call us, man. Y'all got G acting crazy tonight, man. Let's raise this dude in. But nah, go ahead.
904-219-8264.
Mike Jones.
Who? Oh my goodness. All right, for real though. Y'all go ahead and call us because we definitely would love to hear your thoughts and y'all's top 5 of all time. Give us a call. By the way,
don't forget to hit that like button, guys.
Hit that like button.
Tuned in. We got 21 people in the chat.
Yeah, y'all been doing 21
likes.
We got 20.
Oh, we got 21.
Yes, I just refreshed the page.
Hey, you guys right on the money, baby. Y'all did exactly what we wanted. Absolutely. We appreciate it, man. It goes far, guys. It goes far.
Call in, really let's talk about it. Or call in, folks. Let's talk about it.
Yeah. We would love to hear what you guys, what your thoughts are on this top 5 NFL quarterbacks of all time. Really want to hear this. Although I got to tell you, Transformer. Wait, who was it? Had Steve Young? It was
me.
It was G. So I appreciate that.
I had Montana.
Top 5 NFL quarterbacks of all time. Really want to hear this. Although I got to tell you, Transformer. Wait, who was it? Had Steve Young? It was
me.
Is that me?
Where'd that come from?
That
was one of y'all. I'm muted. That was one of y'all. That was strange.
That was you, bro.
Yeah, it had to been you because it sounded like it was coming from your mic.
Oh, you know what it was? Oh, you know what it was? I think I just
hit the loop.
And I hit I think I hit
somebody. Type the number in the chat, bro. Type the number in the chat.
It's scrolling on the bottom of the screen, but I'm gonna type it in.
Be goddamn slow. Type it
904-219-8264. 904-219-8264. We went ahead and open it up for y'all.
Thank you, sir.
Oh my gosh.
There it is. I got it in the chat right there. Make sure you hit that like button, but don't forget to call in 904-219.
All right, it's yo, chill, bro. All right, it's in the chat for y'all, but seriously, we keep it scrolling on the bottom of the screen all the time. So just it's right there for you.
We need to freeze that joint, man. So it
Might
be
have
static. Yeah, just static. Make it static.
Might
Is it long enough? Pause.
Jesus.
Whoa.
That was rough.
But the pause came just like that, though.
Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, I don't know. I want to call for the next topic. All right, Steve, we got you. All right, well, looks like we're not gonna get any calls on this topic.
So nobody wanted to see.
I got one. Somebody's calling from B-More. Let's do this. Format Podcast. Who's this?
Hey, it's Kevin.
Kevin.
On the screen, on the screen it says.
Yeah, what's up, Ego?
Oh,
Ego
okay.
West.
Oh, Ego West.
You calling from B-More or you calling from Maryland? Just Maryland in general.
I'm calling from Baltimore here.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Okay, B-More.
Brother right there, yep.
Okay. Yo, first, Ego, man, number one, I appreciate you calling. Thank you so much for that. Secondly, man, your disrespect of the previous generation will not go unchallenged on this show, brother.
What do you say?
I'm here for it. That's my opinion, but I'm here for it. I'm here to defend it too.
All right. So go ahead and let's hear your thoughts on the top five all time.
I think honestly, I think Dan Marino's value is overrated. He was good in his era, but he's been surpassed many times. And I mean, it's like other players. I believe like at some time we have to I think we got to move on from they did it first, or they did it in a different era, because all eras evolve, all sports evolve. So it's
like that.
Steph Curry is the greatest shooter we've ever seen in the NBA.
That's not even definitive, but go ahead.
Right. What I'm saying is he's the greatest shooter in the NBA. But Reggie Miller, Ray Allen, Larry Bird, there's a lot of shooters before him. But because of where he shoots from and how great he shoots the 3-point shot, I guess it's easy for people to say, oh, he's the greatest shooter ever. But Aaron Rodgers is a hell of a quarterback, hands down.
Okay, that's true.
I feel like Michael Vick get overlooked a whole lot. He was one of the first dynamic quarterbacks. He did it before and after incarceration.
That doesn't make him, in my estimation, the top five all time. Because if you do it this way, right? Where's the awards? Where's the stats? Where's the winning? All these things that go into making you one of those guys. He's missing all of those. But go ahead. Except highlights.
I feel like he's really not missing it. It's just being overlooked. Because if you look at the economy in Atlanta before Michael Vick got there was none.
But I think we're differentiating what we're talking about, though. We're not talking about changing the culture or changing the. Go ahead.
Talking about between those lines.
Right, between the lines. Between the lines, there was no more threat to any defense than Michael Vick.
That's a lie, my man. That's a lie. And let me tell you why that's a lie. You ever heard of Fran Tarkenton?
Yeah.
You ever heard of Randall Cunningham? Come on, brother.
That's what I meant to say, not Cole.
And once again, look what we're doing. See, this is my point. Once again, we speaking about people that was before him, because Randall Cunningham didn't win anything, did he?
No. But
okay, so then we bring him up to dispute him being more dynamic than Michael Vick.
No. What I'm saying is this: you're saying that we never saw he's the most dynamic. We never saw anything like that before, and that's simply not the case. Now, because
we definitely saw it. We saw that type of quarterback before him.
Okay,
but when I said the most dynamic, I didn't say I don't mean. Pardon me. I don't mean that we've never seen it before. I mean, out of those who have done it, he's the most dynamic. Is what I'm saying.
To what
ego first and foremost, man. You ain't gotta explain yourself to these guys. They don't even know what a dynamic quarterback is, man. They think that Mahomes is like a dual threat quarterback, man.
I just showed you Mahomes is a dual threat quarterback.
Vic from the DMV. That's why they batting so hard.
Listen, man.
Vic from the DMV. I forgot about that. Man, relax.
Hey,
Yo, Mike from the DMV, bro. Go ahead, get out of here,
Yeah.
y'all. They not
It's like
serious,
in-season
man.
chicken on their top 5, bro. Like,
Yeah. So so I'm just saying, like, I'm sometimes I say shit, I say things just to start good debate.
I hear you.
DMV,
But
And we love that. We love that.
I do feel that way about Michael Vick. Tom Brady, number 1 quarterback of all time.
Okay, I'm with you. For the time being, right?
Say again.
For the time being.
Yeah, for
Tom
the time
Brady?
being.
Yeah.
After
looks
a while, everybody got to go.
If Mahomes gets this 3-peat, man.
But I mean, he's still going to be in the top 5. He'll just be number 2.
Yeah, he may jump up to number 2 if he gets this 3-peat. Yeah.
We got something different to talk about.
Yeah, we do.
If he get a third one, especially early in his career, that's something totally different.
Yeah.
But I mean, I just think there's a whole lot of quarterbacks out there that was really good, and we can make an argument for all of them, to be honest with you, because I feel like Tony Romo was one of the best regular season quarterbacks to play the game.
And got cooked when it mattered.
What?
He couldn't win nothing. Couldn't win nothing.
Got cooked.
If you look up Tony Romo's stats and tell me what quarterbacks have better stats in the
Regular season, they look good. It was a lot of empty calories, but they look good.
Facts. So remember, I don't know if you heard what I said, Ego, when G asked like what's the criteria, and I said the criteria was it's an amalgam, right, of stats, awards, winning, all that stuff comes together, right, and effect on the game. All that stuff together is that's what it is for me, I should say. All that stuff together. So it's not just stats, it's not just winning, it's not just awards. That's why Brady, I think we can all agree, is clearly, as of right now, the greatest to ever do it, because he's got the winning, he's got every major quarterback stat except for rushing. He's got all the awards. Like, what has he got? 3 MVPs, 7 chips. 3 or 4 Super Bowl MVPs? Like, he's got it all. He's got the passing touchdowns, completions, yards. Like, he's got it all. Now, again, Mahomes is probably going to come get that or come very close to it. But, that for me, that's what it is. It's just that combination of having everything.
No, I agree with that.
But with that criteria, you eliminate a lot of players out of the pool.
That's fine. Everybody can't be top 5. That's okay.
Exactly. So that my top 5 would almost be similar to your top 5 because we have that very strict, like what you put up that criteria.
Mm-hmm.
But if we take that criteria down, then we got a whole lot of quarterbacks we could talk about.
But aren't those the things that matter? Aren't those the major things that separate these guys?
When you're talking about all time,
No, we talking all time. We talk about everything, and even those who don't have. Because I mean, I keep saying this, like, okay, Kurt Warner. Kurt Warner came out of nowhere and lit the NFL on fire.
He did.
The best show on turf, and he got a Super Bowl ring.
Okay, right. I'm with you.
So then, in that case, he can almost kind of fit that criteria.
No, because he didn't
have the consecutive seasons of being that guy.
Right.
Like,
dominance.
In order to be in this top 5 list, you have to show me over sustained seasons. I'm that guy. I'm that man.
He had
Aaron Rodgers.
He had a consecutive season.
4 MVPs.
Huh?
Hold on. Go ahead, Ego. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I believe he had a consecutive season.
Well, back to back, because they beat the Rams and then they got beat by they are the Rams. I'm sorry. They beat the Titans, then they got beat the following season by the Patriots. So I get it. When you say consecutive, yes, that's literally consecutive. So I'm not mad at that. But I think what Transformer is saying is like the sustained level of excellence, right? And yes, Kurt Warner was very good, but he didn't have that sustained level of excellence like a lot of these other guys. Yeah, that's not even close. His stats don't stack up. His awards don't stack up. His level of winning doesn't stack up. It's not close. He's really good. Okay. He's Hall of Fame good, but not nowhere near even a top 10 discussion. Furthermore, a top 5.
Yeah, well, if we go top 5 in this criteria, we gonna pick Patrick Mahomes. I'm gonna put him there now. We're gonna go ahead and pick Tom Brady. We're gonna pick Joe Montana. You could pick Elway, but Elway couldn't get it done by himself. He really didn't run a team. But Terrell Davis came in. He took over as a running back, which allowed Elway to look better than what he was.
Asterisk.
So wait, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Yo, TD was
Here he
doing his
goes.
thing, bro. Like he
Yes,
was a
he was.
workhorse, bro.
Yes, he
And
was.
he had, and who else he had on there?
Shannon
Who's the
Sharp,
tight end?
Rod
Shannon
Smith.
Sharp.
Man, leave me
Yeah.
alone, bro.
He
I
had
ain't
the,
even talking
he
about
had
Elway
the
no
same
more.
players. He had the same players and the offensive coordinator, and he kept not being able to get there. He got Terrell Davis, and all of a sudden they win.
Wait, what do you mean he couldn't get there? He went to 3 Super Bowls in the 80s.
Hey, he didn't win them.
Yeah, well, he ran 2 Super Bowls in the 80s, one in the early 90s. He ran into some
Yeah.
really great teams, though.
Hey, somebody that go that much. So why we not talking about we're not talking about the Buffalo Bills quarterback. He went there.
Jim
and
Kelly.
he
Jim
went-
Kelly.
But
Jim
guess
Kelly,
what?
boy, that boy hurt.
He's
Four
a-
of them.
Thurman
Jim Kelly's
Thomas.
a top 20 quarterback.
Thurman Thomas.
Jim
Thurman
Kelly's a
Thomas.
top
Yeah,
20 quarterback for what he did.
right. That's what I'm
But
saying.
nobody's going to say.
If he would
but
have
again,
won a Super Bowl, we would talk about him in a different light.
yes, we
Just
would have.
like John Elway.
But that's just
The only
it.
You
difference
got to
is
have the
John Elway had-
accolades, though. He's missing those.
That's true.
That's why I went back. That's why I asked you guys.
These accolades, some of them stolen valor, man.
All right. All right, man.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
So I'm gonna leave you right
Hey,
there, brother. Man, I appreciate the
I love
call.
y'all. I'm sorry, shit. I love your podcast, man.
Hey, man, I really appreciate that.
appreciate
Nigo.
it.
Thanks so much, man. Let other people know about it. Share
All
it.
right. All right.
All right, brother.
Y'all both batting for Vic because he's from the DMV. I see what y'all doing,
He's
bro.
not from there. No, he's from the Tidewater,
Virginia.
man. That's not
Yeah,
DMV.
he's
He's from
definitely
Yeah, bro.
He's from Newport News. That's
Definitely one of
Tidewater,
those.
man. He ain't from there.
Yeah, man. He definitely was hella watchable, man. Like you guys got pocket passes.
That doesn't make what?
Yeah.
Again, Elway's not a pocket passer.
Yeah, I kind of lean towards the playmakers versus, the pocket passes.
Okay, Josh Allen is a playmaker. What does that mean? He
He's
doesn't
not
have
in
an
my top
MVP.
five, bro. He's not in my top five.
You just said you lean towards the playmakers. Josh Allen is an elite playmaker.
We're gonna see what he
was a
do this
playmaker.
year,
You
bro.
putting Cam Newton in
We're
there?
gonna see what he do this year.
Man.
He had
Cam
an
at least
elite-
got
he had
Cam
an
at least
elite
got an
receiver.
MVP.
He had
Cam at
an
least got an
elite
MVP
receiver.
and a Super Bowl appearance.
He had an
Cam at
elite
least got that.
receiver. He had an elite receiver. Let's see what he do without his number one.
Who, Cam Newton?
No, you talking about Cam?
Yeah, I'm saying you didn't put Cam in your top five. He's a
No,
playmaker,
he's not in my top
MVP,
five because,
Super Bowl appearance. So he
Vic
got
was better and
accolades.
Lamar better, bro. Vic was better and Lamar was better. That's
I
all.
don't know, man.
Then
I seen Cam Newton running over
Vic was
linebackers
better.
like they was punters.
And Lamar was better. That's why.
What is it with you and Vic, bro?
What do you mean?
Nobody's saying he was a bum, but what is all right, let's do this. All right, cool.
The criteria, right? Like, hold on. Before you change channel, you quick to do that shit. You'll change channels on me real fast. So before you change channels, I'm gonna say you didn't put a criteria out there.
I did. You asked me what's the
I thought
criteria.
that was
I told you.
that was assumed.
Bro, that was actually during the freaking podcast. But before,
my bad.
remember, yeah, we had it. We in the chat. We talking in the chat. I'm like, all right, what's your top five? And you never put that criteria out there for me or Transformer. But okay, Transformer.
I knew what he meant though.
I mean, y'all
I
can
at least
read
knew
each
what he
other's
meant.
minds. I can't, bro. You got to
No, pause, bro.
You gotta tell me what you know what I mean, what the criteria is.
Whoa, gee, pause.
That's going crazy work. This
Man,
is
you wilding right now.
anyway. Next
I'm
slide.
back here singing, bro. Y'all go ahead and argue back and forth.